So you can still move ahead and you can still do things, right? But you can just do it like in a relaxed way, because you know Allah is going to give it to you. So I pulled back, and I don't push myself like that anymore. And I recommend for any woman out there that is like running like that, and it's like relax a bit more, because you're gonna get there.
Oh, yes,
you're gonna if He's promised it to you. But the thing is, right, like when you make dua, sometimes it comes straight away and sometimes it don't. So you have to be patient. It's like planting a seed, right? A plant, and then letting it grow. You're not going to pull it out of the roots, right? It's like, because you want it to hurry up and get it. Yeah, everything has a time. Everything has a time. And I've learned that over the years, especially with business now as well. And that, so.
Do it slowly.
Do it slowly. And I learned, with me at the time, I was like quite a proud woman. It's like, I didn't want to ask for help. Right. Didn't want to ask for help, right? But I've learned now that no one's an island. You have to ask for help. There are people out there that can help you. That we've got, like I say, Sisters for Islam. So if you're struggling out there, you don't have to struggle. There is help and support out there.
Yes.
And I got that support and I got that help. And some of the tools that I use now is gratitude. Gratitude, to be grateful to Allah. Like I have like a WhatsApp group with my family. Most people might have that, with all my family members on there. And I always ask them 3 times a day, what are you grateful for? What are you grateful for?
It's a good practice.
It's a good practice because it puts you on a higher vibration, because we tend to always be thinking negatively, complaining about this and complaining, but just look around you, there's blessings everywhere.
I think when you're in a good state of mind, only then you can see what's all around you.
Yes, but I think that's where you can start with that. There's always something good, right? Because the more you focus on something that you don't want, is the more that's all you're going to see. It's what you don't want, But that's you have to start. I do know it is difficult if you're like
not well.
If you're not well and you're down and whatever, right? But sometimes just starting off with simple things, right? I'm grateful for waking up in the morning. It can be simple things, because Allah's gifts they're endless.
But that's what I say. It's just always my faith that's carried me through.
Exactly.
So because I have a history of self-harming, and I have a history of attempted suicide. But there comes a point in life where when you're at such a point, that's an extreme level of unwellness when it comes to your mental health. Yeah. But when you reach that point, and even so now, there are many, many people. I'm talking about other things, and on this talk show, I'm very real, and I talk about anything and everything.
I know, Ayesha.
And suicide is very, very common.
Yeah. Because people don't realize that they may not have the help, or they're, like I said, I had that nervous breakdown, and it's like I was really, really low. It was only Allah who brought me out from it, and I went and got the support. He guided me and found me the way.
Alhamdulillah. It's our faith. That for me, it's my faith that's always carried me through and brought me through. Yeah. And then when you start to rely more and more on Allah, because we're never alone. We're never alone. And I always keep repeating this, that you're not alone.
You're not alone.
You're not alone. And there are people there. And human beings need emotional support.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Yeah. And that's why, I can't emphasize it enough. Get the support out. There is support out there, because that's if you not too proud like me at that time. I thought I can do this on my own, and that, I didn't like asking for help, but now I do. I ask for help all the time. Yeah, and that is how I run my business now, right? So I ask for help, right? I get help. I have subcontractors that work with me. Right, and so I am giving, and I am serving, I'm helping them, helping them with their families, and and helping for them to grow as well, and it gives me freedom, right, to have the why are we doing business? Why do I do business? Before, when I first started off, it was like, money. Everybody wants money, right? But now my mindset has changed completely when it comes to doing business. my why is to have, yes, financial freedom. We all want that, right? But why do I want financial freedom? I want financial freedom so that I can spend time with my family and feel that joy. I love spending time with my family and have that joy. That's what it is. We want to feel happy, right? And that's why. So now my why is bigger. And now with my clients, it's like, yeah, people, my approach is completely different. It's how can I serve you? It's not what money can you give me.
So it's changing your mindset.
Changing your mindset is how can I serve you, right? So you can connect and serve other people. And again, it's gratitude, and it comes back to me as well,
helping others, you're helping yourself.
Exactly. It's just that shift, and I love what I do now, because I have that freedom to relax. I don't have that.
I just love the way you speak, Jamila, because mashallah, I feel like you're so opened up now. You're more relaxed.
Yes.
You're more easygoing.
Yeah.
You're saying more.
Yeah.
Because the Jamila that I knew a while back, wow, to be able to talk.
Yeah, I couldn't
in front
talk
of anybody.
I couldn't talk in front of people.
Or in public, on the
wouldn't.
mic, on the radio, and here you are, mashallah.
Yeah. And that is because when you're doing business, right, it's also kind of develops your personal development, because it's like, okay, I'm running a web design business right now with women from all over the world now, giving them services and stuff. And I have to put myself on social media and all of those things. Well, how are they going to hear about my business unless I talk about it?
You have to put yourself out
right
there.
So then I came across this block. It's like, well, why can't I do that? So I had to go back and work on that. I had to work on that block, what was blocking me from speaking in public, and I've worked on that. And
there's a lot of self-development and investing in yourself.
You can do that, right? It depends. Or some people may not have, they might not have that block, but they might come upon something else. I always say support is out there. So I got the support. I invested in myself, right? I spent money on myself because I deserve it.
Yes.
I deserve it. We are deserving. We work hard, before I didn't think I deserved it. You see, so I've worked on over the years on my self-esteem and my self-confidence and all of these things. And we do a lot, right? As women, we do a lot. And you deserve it. You deserve it. I bought myself a bunch of flowers yesterday.
Wow,
why?
That's
because
self-care.
Because I deserved it. I got off the train, went to visit my daughter in Birmingham, came back, and went to Tesco's. I thought, I want a bunch of flowers. I deserve it. And I went in there and I bought myself a bunch of flowers.
Lovely. And it's the feeling that comes.
Yes, because I'm not going to wait for someone to give it to me. No. I bought myself a bunch of flowers. Because you love
yourself.
Because I love myself. Because Allah loves me.
Yes,
Allah loves me, and I love myself. So I bought myself a bunch of flowers. Every now and then I'll go off with my daughter for a pampering session. We'll go out we call it a mother and daughter day, and we have a day together, and we'll do shopping and get our faces done, right? So looking after yourself, and so it's you can get lost in business, right? Chasing the money. So it's not chasing the money, it's serving other people. How can I serve you, and I'll give back to you? So I got lost, but I found myself, right? So I kind of worked, right? So I make dua for my clients, and I work with branding. When I mean that with the branding is I worked with women that I want to work with, women that are more on my vibration, that have the same values as I do, and that is shown up in my branding. So I work with women on their branding so they can work and align to the people that they want to work with as well. And that, so I can't emphasize it enough. Look after yourself if you're a woman in business, especially if you've got the children running around with. Don't forget about you as well, because you matter.
MashaAllah, I'm just so grateful that you've come on our show today and sharing all your experience, all the the skills and the talents that are needed, and we all have it in us. We can all.
Everybody's got talent. This is what I love this bit here, right? I love it. When I'm working with them, they don't realize sometimes the talents that they have. And I'm thinking you can make money with that. That's, it's like, really? It's like, I can, That's one of the things I do. Like I said, I'm a mentor and I love mentoring women. I've been doing it in all different areas, So, I love that bit. I absolutely love it.
So it's like helping others to bring the best out of them.
Yeah, and recognizing it, because sometimes they don't recognize it. They devalue it.
Sure.
Why? Because sometimes they might do a task, they might do something, right? And they don't reward themselves. So
or it's not acknowledged or valued by others.
Yeah.
But it's not about others. It's about you learning to value yourself.
Yourself, exactly. Because
and acknowledge your own skills and strengths.
Yeah, and the things and rewarding yourself for things that you've done. Like the other day, I remember that I used to design my websites, launched it, move on to the next one. It's like, well, that was a lot of work that I put into that, So now I make sure that I reward myself when I've done something and I've achieved a goal. Yes. Right, I'm going to go out for a meal, or I'm going to do something. Yeah, always remember to reward what you've done. All right, I never used to do that. So and if you don't do that, I think that it might be connected to self-esteem and confidence. I'm not sure if it is or not. But
it could be when we perhaps don't think much of ourselves, or we don't think good of ourselves. So I think we need reminding. We need good, other strong people who see it in us, others that can be our mirror.
And because we're women and that we're always nurturing and we're always we put ourselves last sometimes, we forget.
We forget ourselves.
Yeah, we forget ourselves and we put, our children first and everybody else before us, and there's nothing left for you.
Nothing left. We're not left, we're finished.
Yeah,
we finish ourselves off.
But no. We have to remember and reward ourselves.
So this
and
is where
ourselves.
it fits in very nicely, where we're saying empowered women empower
exactly
women, right? I also would always add in there that we understand, we all have a place. We have a place in society, we have a place in this world, and I understand that men are maintainers and protectors of women. So we need everybody doing their bit.
Yeah.
Because we're all in partnership with each other, and only the best among you is the one who are best in taqwa, in piety, in God consciousness. Otherwise, we are all in it together, and we are all here to help and support each other and complement one another. So this is how we move forward, and we build and we invest in the future. And this is how we grow our children, because at the end of the day, it's the children that need. Because this is why sometimes society is in such a mess and so broken, and so many problems, and this is where we manage. Start with the first. It starts
with you, especially the mother. It starts with you, right? Because because of your children as well. Because they're like sponges. They pick up on everything that you do.
Yes,
and that
And when we see, when we go back to our traditions, if we go back to our faith, we see that we have these such strong, powerful, empowered ladies, that are our examples from the time of the Sahaba, and we have our very famous popular lady Khadija radiallahu anha. She was a businesswoman.
Exactly.
Yep.
And that, and like you said, she was a businesswoman and she had the men go out and do certain things for her as well, so which is I would say for a woman to go into her feminine energy, which is to receive,
so if the men are doing their bit. The woman can be feminine. If she's having to do the man's work as well,
then it's too much.
She's losing out, and it's too much.
It's too much. You don't have to be pushing and doing all that.
A woman is a woman, and a man is a man. If they all do their bit.
So she can still do run your business and do that. But like I said, you can do it from a place of ease. It doesn't have to be where you're out of place, and you can do it in your whole feminine energy, which is very, very powerful. We are, like I said,
when
very
we can
powerful.
talk, this 1 hour, 50 minutes goes ever so quickly.
Oh, does it?
Oh, yeah, it goes very, very quickly. So I wanted to touch on, again, Sisters for Islam. So both of us are trustees, trustee members for Sisters for Islam. And there again, I think there's a number of us, 9 or so, and we have to work together.
Exactly.
So when you work as a team, you can grow and develop and move forward, and that's where we're able to do the work that's overseas.
Yeah.
And each one of us have our different strengths and our different skill sets. Yes. So, for example, I'm more managing on the. I do personally run, like I say, I run for myself, for my mental well-being, and then I've delivered three running groups.
Yes.
So I'm there thinking of perhaps changing that into a business.
Yes. Exactly.
Idea.
Yes, and I'm going to be working with you on that.
Yes, you are. Okay.
Yes, you know, like I said, like that's the beauty of community and work, and you know, tapping into your skills. Like when we started the charity, we had another charity that came out of it as well. Yeah, which is Second Chance, and we had a lot of training in there for the people that came into the community as well. You know, and we gave out certificates and all of that, and a lot of people got skills. I'm actually working with some volunteers in Sisters for Islam now. I'm training them. I'm, you know, with social media as well, you know, and with blogging and all of that as well, you know. So they come in and they train up and they go off and they do different job, you know,
so
they
know
do
how
a
to
new
do
career.
This,
oh yeah, I know how to do all that.
You can help others do that.
Exactly.
And then let them
exactly.
go. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you tell us a bit about the walking? We have a walking group
and a
gardening club.
Yeah, so last year I started up a walking group, and that was again for my health and well-being, my mindset, because I work from home and I'm on my own in the office, and I would often go out and just have little walks around the block, and I thought, let me start something up so I can go out and connect with other people. And I'm sure there's other people there who are feeling isolated as well. So we started that up last year, and it was very good. We went to, you know, Leicester. Wow, it's got so many beautiful parks. So many beautiful parks.
This is what I was saying just the other week. These beautiful gems we have.
Yeah, there's so many beautiful parks, and I'd be like posting on there, say, look where I am, and you'd be like, oh, I've been there. Yeah, so many beautiful parks, and we had so many different women come, and like, you know, we had a few women that were new to Leicester as well. Yeah. And so that went really, really well, and we've got it going on again this year. But the
we
weather,
went to the botanical gardens a few weeks.
Yeah, we went to the botanical gardens. We haven't set up any more at the moment, but we will be. The weather is really, really hot. Yeah. But last year we went to a garden that I didn't know, a little gem, which is in Oadby.
Oh yes.
And it's got some beautiful apple trees and pears and, you know, berries and all that, and it was beautiful.
And this is one of the 5 ways of well-being.
Exactly.
Taking notice.
Yeah. And from and then from the walking group, I was walking with Bibi. Right, and so Bibi's another trustee. Yes. She's in her 70s.
Oh, wow.
She's been another community leader. She's been giving so much to the community. And I was talking to her, and when we were out walking, we were talking about, you know, she knows all this is this plant, this is that plant, and I'm like, oh, you remind me of my dad. My dad knew all these different plants, and that, you know, I miss my dad. And I said to her, you know what, Bibi? I said, I want to start a gardening club. I said, because I would like to do what my dad used to do. He used to, like, you know, he grew up with a machete in his hand. Right? He's from Jamaica. Yes.
Well, that's I could hear your words last week at the allotment. Yeah. Oh yes, shall I bring my machete?
So I've still got it, because that's what he grew up with, a machete in his hand.
Yes. And we use it in a good way to grow, not to kill.
to toil the land, right? Yes, you know. Yes. So when he used to come by, like, to go and do my garden, he'd have his machete in his hand, right? You know. So yeah, and he had an allotment, 2 big allotments, and you know, and he would grow and he would give out to the community.
That was in this country here.
Yeah, in this country. Yes. And my dad's a non-Muslim, but that's what and that's what they did back in you know, back in Jamaica. That's what they did. That's what they did. They grew and they just give out. And I said to her, let's do that, you know, and she said yes, she wants to do that. So we started it this year. Bibi was about to give up the allotment because she's in her 70s. She needs the help.
Hard work.
Yeah, so we started the gardening club, and we have planted potatoes, green beans, right? You know, the community's got together. It's going
tomatoes, yes, and runner beans.
Yeah, it's going really, really well, you know. So if anybody wants to join the gardening club or the walking club, or Sisters for Islam. We need volunteers.
Please do
We
come
need,
along.
we need some skilled volunteers as well to help.
It's amazing stuff. And on that note, I've actually with the running group to celebrate, because we always, like you
I'm
said,
looking forward to that.
Yes, mashallah. So like you said, we reward ourselves.
Yes.
So the last cohort, 9 weeks of learning to run. So it starts with 60 seconds and 3 times a week for 9 weeks. So we reward ourselves, we celebrate in style. So we're now going to go on a narrowboat trip.
I'm coming.
Yes, you are coming, Jamila. I hope I am coming too. Don't forget me.
Yeah,
So, yes.
I thought, why not? Why not go on it? It's
Inshallah.
like work or go out and treat myself for the day.
Yeah. And we can treat ourselves in ways which are not always just eating.
Exactly.
Because we have to, like you said, your body has a right over you, and we look after our body.
Yeah.
Our health comes first.
Exactly.
So if we don't have our health, then we are struggling. Life is hard. Life is difficult. Yeah. So I wanted to also ask Jamila, we've talked about Sisters for Islam, which has been there since, 2014?
2009 I started it.
2009.
That's when I started in 2009.
Yes. So I remember getting involved. So like with yourself, I did notice that very many people were pocketed in their own different groups, which I understand that people can relate to people who are of same language and same cultural background. But it's about all of us breaking down barriers and coming
and uniting.
together.
And that's what we do when we go for Hajj, right?
Yes.
You all get together as one.
Yeah.
So
and we look after each other. We
Exactly.
support each other. I know that we're finishing, but I just wanted to share. I came across something that had happened, an incident where a young child was accidentally hurt. A young child was in a wheelchair, and the mother was very heartbroken. It was very sad, very upsetting. There's more to this story, but because we've only got a few minutes left, I'm just touching on this, about disability again. And of course, there's always, there is discrimination. We can't come away from that. There is discrimination, there is racism, and people very often are very stigmatized when they are, especially people who are, I still see it out there, because for me, this is just it's just part of my, through my own experiences, having a child in a wheelchair, people need to be more caring, more understanding and helpful. And this situation happened in a madrasa, in a masjid place. And it was just very, very hurtful. So I'm just saying this here on the radio for people. Please carry on. Please be kind. Please be nice. Please help and support each other. If you see anybody struggling, anybody with a wheelchair, stop. Whatever you're rushing towards, it's not going to go away. Whatever's meant for you will always reach you, and what's not meant for you will never reach you. So please just be kind. Let's knowingly or unknowingly, be mindful and be careful, be helpful, and just be nice to others. Because when I heard this story of what happened, it was just very sad and it's really hurtful. So let's, even if we need to, in a loving, caring way, even go out of our way to help and support one another. You never know what that good deed that you do, that kindness that you give out there, how it's going to come back to you manyfold, and you won't even recognize where this help and support is coming to you from. And when we're looking for help and support in certain places, sometimes we don't have it. Sometimes our families don't understand.
Exactly.
Sometimes we don't have family, and those who do have family may not understand, especially when it comes to mental well-being, mental health, and often disability.
Yeah, and that's where Sisters for Islam comes in, because for those people who don't have that support, So.
Yeah, because there are many, many groups of people, who are weak and vulnerable and need help and support. And we've come together to help and support everyone in need. So let's carry on helping and supporting one another. And I always say, we just keep going back to our faith, going back to our traditions, going back to our roots. Going back to our culture, and it's all there.
It's all there.
Kindness
in the Quran
is universal.
And the Sunnah. It's all there for you. It's a guide.
Yep.
So.
And it's this that empowers us.
Exactly.
It's our faith, our religion, that brings us brings the goodness out in ourselves, and we empower one another, we help each other, we support each other, and in giving, we are really giving to ourselves. So again, the 5 ways of well-being that I keep talking about, like you said, taking notice, which when we go to the parks,
connect, see Allah's creation, what He's created, the trees, and I love trees.
I do. I look at the blue skies. So connecting with others, taking notice, giving, and activity.
Exactly.
So any little activity, just moving, move the mood. Yep. We've only got a couple of minutes left.
Oh, right,
Time
okay.
goes so fast.
So
any last words of wisdom, Jamila?
Well, what you were just saying a minute ago about activity. Why are we here? We're here to worship Allah. That's our purpose. That's what I found out when I accepted Islam, is that we are here to worship. So it's not just about learning your deen, the knowledge.
Oh, sorry. The other one of the 5 ways of well-being was learning something new.
Yeah, right. So it's
you
not
mentioned that word. Yes.
So it's not just about knowledge, because you can have all that knowledge that you've learned about the deen, but it's actually acting, right? Like you say, moving and putting it into action. And I find that it is for me, it's serving. So the actual action then, the worship. To worship Allah is in service, being of service to Allah. How can you be of service to others?
And in serving His creation.
Right, exactly. And it comes back
Allah.
to you, right? So Allah has given us all your skills or whatever.
Purpose.
Yeah, right, Like I said, I got the inspiration for Sisters for
Islam. We've got a text, one more. Sorry to cut you. Thank you so much for everything you both do. We really appreciate everything you do. Thank you for what you do for the community and the walking club. Stay strong. We're praying for you, Shabnam, and the twins. Thank you very much, Shabnam, and to kisses and cuddles and hugs to the twins, mashallah. Thank you for listening in. Jazakallah khairan, Shabnam.
That's nice.
Yes, beautiful. Yeah, we know Shabnam.
Okay.
Thank you, babe.
All right, okay, yeah.
Yes, sorry, you were saying about serving and worshiping and purpose.
Yeah, because sometimes we can forget, right, but we are here to serve Allah, like this radio station. That is
serving the community.
It's exactly, so that is our purpose. Everything you should remember your intentions. And bring it back to why you are doing it,
And inspiring others. Always think about that's it, the intention.
Yeah, exactly.
And always keep going back and keep renewing your intention.
Exactly.
Why you are doing what you are doing.
Yes.
And does it serve you? Is it serving your purpose?
Is it serving the bigger picture? Are you still in alignment with serving others? What you're doing. So question what you're doing.
That's it. Think about what you're doing and why you're doing it.
Exactly.
And is it helping you to reach your purpose and your meaning in life?
Yes.
How we're moving through and our journey in life. Are we helping Allah's creation?
Yeah.
And therefore we are then managing.
Yeah. Because then everything will come to you. Everything you want will come back to you.
What you give out
will come back to you.
Tenfold
that's the way.
Absolutely. We've only got a few seconds left, mashallah.
Okay.
The time goes really, really quickly.
Well, I really enjoyed it today, Ayesha.
Thank you for I love hearing from you again. Hope we'll do more sessions, come on the radio again.
Yeah.
So to everybody listening out there, do pass on the message. Just carry on loving each other, looking after each other. Be loving yourself first.
Exactly.
And looking after each other.
Exactly.
Thank you all so much for listening.